Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this. Florian Wirtz' transfer fee is in his head, as Arne Slot told, to make risky Liverpool change. Liverpool summer signing Florian Wirtz's performances may be being impacted by his summer price tag, according to former Red striker Emile Heskey. The attacking midfielder has struggled to make an impact since his big-money move to Anfield. Wirtz moved from Bayer Leverkusen to Liverpool in the summer for a total fee of $116 million. In his 9 Premier League and Champions League games for the club so far, he has failed to score or assist. The midfielder was named on the bench for the Premier League clash against Chelsea before the international break. He came on as a second-half substitute as Arne Slot's men fell to a 2-1 defeat. He has faced scrutiny for his performances so far, but Heskey believes that he needs to be given more time to adapt. The former England man also pointed to the weight of the price tag. No matter how much a team spends on a player, they're still going to need a little period of bedding in, and it might be longer for some than others, he told Pundit Arena. When you look at Luis Suarez, he hit the ground running, but not every player's like that. Wirtz is needing that bedding in, especially with the price tag, because that will be in his head as well. Wirtz wasn't the only big-money summer arrival during the transfer window, with striker Alexander Isak completing a $125 million move from Newcastle United on deadline day. Fellow forward Hugo Ekitike also moved to Anfield in the summer, giving Slot somewhat of a selection headache. There could, however, be a solution, according to Heskey, but it will come with risks. If you're talking about out-and-out strikers, I'd rather have Isak starting than Ekitike because I've seen him do it before, he said. Don't get me wrong. I think Ekitike has done fantastic and he's got so much to give. I'd be interested to see if it could be done with 2 of them up front, or one of them on the left drifting in with Kerkez coming and overlapping a little bit more. Ekitike has so far impressed in the forward position since his $69 million move from Eintracht Frankfurt. In his 10 appearances in all competitions, he has scored 5 times and provided 1 assist. Isak has been building up his match fitness after having his pre-season impacted by the transfer uncertainty. The striker is yet to score in his 5 Premier League and Champions League appearances, but did score his first goal for the club in the Carabao Cup win against Southampton last month. When Liverpool will formally move for free agent bomb, as 3 sources confirm, Reds interest. Liverpool are interested in signing Bayern Munich centre-back Dayot Upamecano on a free transfer next summer. According to reports, the Reds are in the market for a new centre-back or 2 over the next couple of transfer windows after failing to sign Marc Guehi before the summer deadline. Guehi was completing his medical at Liverpool when Crystal Palace pulled the plug on a deal, and there is now more competition for the Reds to get a deal done for the England international, and Liverpool could turn their attention elsewhere, with Upamecano now becoming a realistic possibility as Bayern Munich struggle to tie him down to new terms. Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez are currently the only fit center-backs at Liverpool, with Giovanni Leone ruled out for months with an ACL injury and Ibrahima Konate sent home from the France squad after failing to recover from a quad injury and now transfer. Expert Fabrizio Romano has revealed that Liverpool are one of the clubs considering a move for Upamecano on a free transfer. Romano said on his YouTube channel, "Several clubs are calling the potential free agent bomb for Upamecano as a possibility. Competition is becoming serious and being attentive. Liverpool will be in the market for a defender in 2026. PSG and Real Madrid might be there as well." Romano added, "Bayern will have a new meeting with his agents. On his side, they are very clear they want an important salary and signing-on fee. There are several clubs in the race for Upamecano, from England, from France, Spain, some big clubs all interested. Upamecano is very happy at Bayern, very happy with company, but they need to reach an agreement financially. Liverpool in talks to make something special happen." Liverpool's ambition shows. No signs of slowing. Liverpool's approach to squad building has evolved significantly over the past year. The club's hierarchy, led by sporting director Richard Hughes, demonstrated intent with the record-breaking arrivals of Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak, two high-profile moves that signaled Liverpool's readiness to compete financially with Europe's elite. Now, attention has turned to strengthening the defensive unit, and Guehi remains firmly on the radar. The 24-year-old England international has been a consistent performer for Crystal Palace and has drawn admiration for his composure, leadership, and tactical awareness. Liverpool view him as a potential cornerstone of their future backline under Arne Slot. Guehi's contract situation opens door for major move. Liverpool were close to securing Guehi's signature during the final weeks of the summer transfer window. Negotiations reportedly reached an advanced stage before Palace decided against completing the deal. However, Guehi's current contract is set to expire in 2026, meaning that from January, he will be eligible to discuss terms with foreign clubs and potentially with domestic sides later in the year. That impending status as a free transfer has sparked widespread interest across Europe. Several Premier League rivals and clubs from Spain and Italy are expected to monitor developments closely. While Liverpool remain keen, the competition for his signature will inevitably be fierce. Those close to the negotiations suggest that Guehi is in no rush to make a decision about his next move, preferring to assess all available options carefully. Still, Liverpool's persistence and growing reputation under Slot could yet prove decisive. Free transfer. Market offers, Liverpool tactical advantage. Liverpool's recruitment team have increasingly identified the free transfer market as a strategic opportunity. The ability to secure elite-level players without major transfer fees allows for greater flexibility in wages and bonuses, something Hughes and the club's financial department are keen to exploit. Securing Guehi on such terms would represent one of the most astute deals in modern Premier League history, comparable in impact to landmark free moves that reshaped other clubs' fortunes. It would also mark a significant continuation of Liverpool's evolution under new management, balancing star power with long-term planning, future focus, and squad evolution. As Liverpool look ahead to 2026, defensive reinforcement remains high on the agenda. With Virgil van Dijk approaching the later stages of his career and Ibrahima Konaté's fitness under regular scrutiny, Guehi's arrival could offer both immediate depth and long-term security. Arne Slot has reportedly endorsed the pursuit, believing the player's calm presence and leadership qualities align perfectly with Liverpool's current tactical direction. If completed, it would underline the club's renewed ambition to blend intelligent recruitment with world-class execution. The coming months are likely to define whether Liverpool can turn long-standing interest into another headline-making success. Should they manage to bring Marc Guehi to Anfield on a free transfer, it would not only strengthen their defense, but also reaffirm their status as one of Europe's most strategically run clubs. Federico Chiesa defended after another snub for Liverpool's star. That is the truth. Liverpool star Federico Chiesa has been told that he deserves a return to the Italian national team by ex-teammate Federico Bernardeschi. Chiesa, 27, hasn't played for his country since last summer's European Championship. Since then, Italy have changed managers, sacking Luciano Spalletti and appointing Gennaro Gattuso midway through their World Cup qualifying campaign. Chiesa was under consideration for his first squad in September, but after holding talks with Gattuso, he ruled himself out of a call-up due to fitness concerns. It appears that the former Fiorentina and Juventus star did the same this month. 2, as Gattuso explained, the Chiesa issue is very simple. I talk to my players a lot, and I want to make that clear, a lot. I speak every week with Fed, and he knows what I think of him, but I also have to respect what the player tells me. He does not feel at 100% and wants to be at 100%. That is the truth. Chiesa has only played one full game this season, starring in Liverpool's 2-1 victory at home to Southampton in the Carabao Cup. The 27-year-old assisted both goals, double the amount that he provided across the entirety of last season. Bernardeschi, who returned to Serie A with Bologna this season after 3 years at Canadian side Toronto, argues that Italy needs Chiesa's pure talent. Speaking at the Festival dello Sport, Bernardeschi said, I really love Fed like a brother. He deserves it. He has deserved it, and will deserve it again. I think we need this sort of pure talent, even if they are sometimes criticized. In the end, talent is talent, and that shows in tough moments like with what happened to him last year. But look at how he's coming out of it. We talk a lot. He's at a great team, and if he's there, it's because he deserves to be there. We hope to be there at the World Cup together. Neither of us has gone to one yet. It would be nice to go together for everyone, also for Italy. The Azzurri are coming towards the end of a tricky qualifying campaign and risk missing out on a third consecutive World Cup. Due to Norway's stronghold on Group Y, Italy are likely to go into the March playoffs. Gattuso's side have a perfect record since his appointment, though scoring 13 goals in 3 games. They host Israel in Udine on Tuesday, hoping to cut the gap to Norway to 3 points ahead of their final 2 qualifiers, one of which is at home to the group leaders on the final match day, a game that could either be a dead rubber or winner takes all. Liverpool plays 6 matches before Gattuso names his next set of call-ups, and Chiesa will be hoping to impress. He was left on the bench during the Reds' 2-1 defeat to Chelsea before the international break, despite scoring his second goal of the season as a second-half substitute in the previous weekend's loss against Crystal Palace. Turkish giants Galatasaray are preparing a sensational move to sign Liverpool winger Mohamed Salah with a possible deal that could happen as early as the January transfer window. According to the Turkish newspaper Breath, the Egyptian striker is open to a move to the Turkish Super League after being impressed by the electrifying atmosphere of Galatasaray fans during Liverpool's last match at Rams Park. Always according. Breath, who has reported with sources close to the Turkish club that a deal could be finalized during the winter window, however. If negotiations are not concluded in time, the transfer could be postponed until later. Salah, 33, is one of the most successful players in Liverpool's history, with over 180 Premier League goals and a number of trophies won, including the Champions League and the English Championship. His contract with the Reds is valid until the summer of 2027, while his current market value, according to Provides, is estimated at around €50 million. A possible move to Turkey would constitute one of the biggest transfers in the history of the Super League and would bring an extraordinary media and sporting impact to Galatasaray. Salah has been part of Liverpool since 2017 when he joined from Roma for €42 million. The 33-year-old has scored only 3 goals and assisted 3 others in 10 matches this season, while his form in the Premier League is very variable. It's not his fault. Julian Nagelsmann defends Florian Wirtz from criticism over Liverpool form. Germany manager says adaptation requires time and that player creates many goal chances in Premier League. Florian Wirtz has had better phases in his career. The attacking midfielder transferred from Bayer Leverkusen to Liverpool in the transfer window in the middle of this year and is still facing difficulties in contributing effectively to the team's attack. In the Germany national team, the situation is not much different. However, even in poor form, Wirtz is one of manager Julian Nagelsmann's trusted players and was called up again for the October international break commitments. The first match was against Luxembourg on Friday, 10th, which ended in a 4-0 German victory in the qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup. Nagelsmann defends Wirtz despite lack of goals. The number 17 did not score any of the goals, but came close with a free kick that hit the post. After the clash, Nagelsmann came out in defense of the player and denied being dissatisfied with him, even though he did not have direct participation in the scoreline. He played well, made many moves, tried hard, stated the manager, who took the opportunity to comment on the midfielder's moment in England, even though he has not scored goals. Flo, Wirtz, is the player who creates most chances in the Premier League. It is not his fault if the teammate does not take advantage of them. Nagelsmann stressed that if colleagues do not convert the opportunities, it ends up being bad for the statistics of Wirtz. But that is not even a third of the truth, he concluded. Pressure on Wirtz driven by Liverpool's high investment. Florian Wirtz created 11 chances in 7 appearances wearing Liverpool's shirt in the Premier League according to data from platform Opta. However, he has not recorded any assists. The German tends to appear well in attack, with 4 shots on target from inside the opposition area and 26 touches counted in the space. The demands for goals and assists are motivated mainly by the high investment made by the Reds in the signing. 106.8-meter Nagelsmann warned that adaptation to the new league requires time. He knows what he is capable of and how things work in football. He had to work hard, he said. We know how things work. As soon as he scores 3 goals, he will be the great signing. Wirtz is not the only one to have his performance questioned in Arne Slot's team. Liverpool's collective has been below what it was last season, with even Mohamed Salah included in criticism. After facing Northern Ireland on Monday, 13th in the qualifiers, the Germans should report back at Anfield in expectation of contributing with a goal and assist in the derby against Manchester United on 19th and Sunday in the Premier League. Thank you for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.